anything but generic, LA's LoveHate have risen through the cutthroat Sunset Strip scene to land a major deal with CBS Columbia Records. Their debut album, Blackout in the Red Room, was produced by veteran Tom Werman, and on the back of it the boys have hit the road starting in the UK. So join us and them, performing as only they know how in London's Easy Studios.
That's the worst thing you could have ever done.
Here we are. You know what's killer about this is that rehearsal is rehearsal, you know, any way you look at it. It's boring, it's drudge, but then you open the door and you're in England. I mean, this is really great. So come on, come with us for a little bit of the old song and dance.
What do you think they call it, Joe? I'm falling, it's true. That's what I think, but I'm so fucked up. Can't even find the door. Why do you think they call it Joe? Why do you think they call it Joe?
We're good, and we wanted to make our money at making music. And so I was a flower peddler, and he was a car parker. And so, but it didn't work. We were so mediocre when we were trying to think of what other people liked. And when we just turned the music kind of into a journalistic overview at our culture and where we came from and what we did at night and how we lived, then everything turned quite natural, and people started taking notice of us. So when to end this boring monologue, it's not the music before was contrived, and this was like when we didn't give a shit because we really didn't think we were ever going to get a record deal, and we were trying to entertain ourselves.
All these A&R people would be like, they'd be coming around and they'd be like, well, you know, maybe Jizzy should have blonde hair. and I mean, when you're at the point when you're in your late 20s, when you're thinking, yeah, maybe. But then you're screwed.
Thinking about policy of my way. That is good, like it should think. Should I say that? Some people say just shut up. I gotta grill a go. Around me now. You can have that spring.
Fusion metal is happening really big in LA right now, and you got your bands like the Jane's Addictions and the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Voivod and Faith No More. A bunch of bands are bringing in, and we've been doing that for a while also, and it's really turned out to be a lot of fun.
It's like when you take from different styles of music that doesn't necessarily, you know,
it makes the metal a lot less boring.
A lot of our influences, I don't know, Prince, Metallica, funk, punk, rock.
And totally, the classical British stuff. That's what's been so exciting about going to England and playing the marquee is we're such big fans of the Beatles, Stones, Who, Led Zeppelin, and as young boys were brought up with that kind of rock and roll tradition, and now we're going, through that same thing, so we're really up for it.
Shoot 'em all in there, what's going on?
band's been together about 5 years. These guys, that is to say Skid, our drummer Joey, and our guitar player Johnny, been together 7-10 years. They were like childhood, high school pals. And they had a former singer, and they were gigging in Japan, and the singer had a little problem, and he quit in the middle of the tour and left them high and dry. And needless to say, when they came back to the States, through a mutual friend, I was introduced to the band, and I liked the music, and I liked the direction, I liked the commitment, and joined up.
10 points.
We're all in our late 20s, and even when we were playing different styles of music, we always looked, you know, over our shoulder at the arena guys. We'd been playing the Whiskey pretty much once every 2 weeks. We were, I don't know, the house band or whatever, and slowly but surely getting our set more refined, figuring out what worked, what didn't work, blah, blah, blah. And we did a demo tape in our house because we had no money. And so we spent like $28
our guitar player,
for our demo tape.
Johnny,
you know?
he's a gifted four-tracker, and we always had an edge because, you know, a lot of amateur bands, you know, we're just trying just now to break out of those ranks. They don't pay enough attention to the demo process, you know, and all along, you know, we've been honing that craft, and luckily Johnny's got a gift, and so we were pretty much signed off the basis of the strength of that particular demo and the live show. Our relationship with our label, we just assumed we were in a big corporation, so they were going to say, oh, you've got to take the profanity out. Oh, well, you've got to change this arrangement. Oh, this is not melodic enough. Or the things that you hear about, because we've got a lot of friends that tell us these nightmares, and we've just been waiting for some kind of intervention.
What's actually happened is they want us to be worse almost. I mean, it is totally ironic what you're saying.
Because I figured they go, you know, oh, we're on a big corporation now. They're going to want you to stop drinking and stop being a fuck up. You know what it's?
But they're like, drink more.
They're like, it's like
you're not wacky enough.
The worse we are. I mean, it's kind of funny. The worse we are, it's like great. You know, it's kind of hard to get. You know,
we're not exactly sparkling when we're drunk either. I mean,
sense of reality.
We're not exactly George Bernard Shaw when we've had like 10 beers.
That's the funny thing about Hollywood is, I mean, phoniness is essential to survival. There's 5,000 bands, right? And some guys like you, and everyone's motherfucking each other.
And the most popular dudes are the guys that are the best liars.
The ones that survive are the ones that go, you know, they'll say about the worst band. Those guys,
oh, they're really great.
They've got a, you know, they're a lot better than the last time I saw them. You know what I mean? You look at all these things, you just can't flat out say.
When the other 99,000 people are like,
songs suck, you know.
And yet, on the other hand, if somebody says your record's lousy, it's like, what? You know, because our record's just coming out, and we're getting all these good reviews, and it's like, well, you know, I got to change your heart about the record. You're like, what?
And not being cocky or nothing. I mean, our record shreds, okay? It does from beginning to end. There's no dead weight, and I think that'll end up being the biggest strength of it is the collection of songs. Not that one song is going to cure cancer and blow minds, but you can listen to the whole thing for 45, 50 minutes and not get bored. And that's where where I just give us a little pat on the back because we did I think we accomplished that.